summer, you shook like a leaf, then blew to the ground in a pile at my feet. I picked you up, we fell into place. On the park bench in silence, we spoke with no words. You held me like water to placate your thirst. Your lifeboat's your anchor and your perfect mistake. The white coat of winter you wore like a veil, thin as a whisper but sharp as a nail. The wind on the river is calling your name in a voice so tame. Be my light, my flickering flame. In the bell tower basement beneath the cold world, the feelings you'd bunched up so gently unfurled. You held me close, I tried to hold on. The next cloudy morning you woke in my arms. I made you some coffee, you showed me your scars, and I knew one day that I'd be your next. The stray light was running, you touched me and said, as young as I was, I felt older back then. Two parallel lines on an infinite plane trying to cross in vain. Be my light, my flickering flame. That was frozen is slowly beginning to move down the river as it had to be. There's a lake in the country where dreams go to die. It's flooding the banks where it once had been dry. The petrified spirits are finally free. No flame is eternal, it just takes a drip. No life is forever, it's all just a blip. The ashes were carried on down to the drain by the callous rain. Say good night, my flickering flame. I spilled out my heart for you to consume. There in the dark, the denial it loomed. We stared at the floor and tried to ignore. You couldn't believe a word that I spoke. The truth can deceive. Absence of hope, the fate that you fear, you pull it so near. Reflecting your fears, distorting your face, alone in the dark, the beauty departs. You won't take a chance for fear of defeat. For every advance, a thousand retreats. The sheep lost her flock, so she runs to the fox. See what is hiding beneath that invisible mask on your skin. Maybe one day you could wake up and say goodbye to the rival within. If you could see what is hiding beneath that invisible mask on your skin, maybe one day you could wake up and say goodbye to the rival within. never meant to say I love you. I never meant to lead you on. But sometimes pride can get the best of me and drag the rest of me along. We leave behind the stains of battle, count the dead and grieve the loss. A civil war without a victor. I never really cared about the loss. If there's a town beyond the sky where they greet you by and by, I will stay down here and hide. No, I will never meet you in the light. I found the door that leads to nothing. I crossed the threshold once or twice, but there was nothing in the nothingness, not just the absence of light. There was a whisper in the shadows, and there was writing on the wall. And soon the curtains had been drawn apart. I braced my body for the fall. If there's a town beyond the sky where they greet you by and by, I will stay down here and hide. No, I will never meet you in the light. Please forgive me if I'm broken. It wasn't you who lit the spark. I've glued the pieces back together as many times as I've fallen apart. If there's a town beyond the sunrise, I hope they let you through the door. But me, I'm walking down the darker road. At least I know what lies in store. Inside every mind, if you look, you will find there's a child who never grew old, who sings to the trees like nobody can see, with the fire that never went cold. He looks up to the stars and the moon and at Mars and the endless expanse of the sky, devoid of all doubt, just a question of how to climb up to the heavens and fly. But time is advancing, a drip then a flood. He's adrift while you're stuck on the shore, and he sailed falls away to the depths of our brains, and we can't seem to dream anymore. With the passing of days, we get lost in the maze that we built out of habit and fear. The longer we run, the more lost we become as the days disappear into years. When we're sleeping in bed, the child in our head is reminding us how to break out. But the moment we wake, he just up and escapes, and we're back to the fear and the doubt. But the answer's inside us, it never did leave. We just never believed it before. Well, I'm done with the maze for the rest of my days. I'm not wasting my dreams anymore. No, I'm not wasting my dreams anymore. The streets were closed and everybody huddled to the barriers, hoping for a better view, waiting for the floats to come through and leave a trail of confetti in their wake. Coming home. Yellow streamers on the ground, drift away with no better plan than to sit and watch a stray balloon, if only for an afternoon, and then continue